Hi there, I'm Ben Morton and welcome to another episode of the Leaders Kitbag. It's the weekly micro edition of my podcast. Each episode is just 6 minutes long and is designed to provide you with tips, tools and tactics around specific aspects of leadership and management. It addresses some of the most common challenges you will face as a leader or manager. They are all recorded unscripted whilst I'm out walking in the countryside, so you'll probably hear birds tweeting in the background or just ambient noise as the people around me are going about their day-to-day life. That's all I'm going to say by way of an introduction, so let's dive straight in to this week's episode. If you've been tuning in to the most recent episode of the Leaders Kitbag, you'll have heard me talking about the incredibly important topic of delegation, which is also one of the leadership aspects, skills that many leaders at all levels still struggle with. Well, in today's episode, in the fourth and final episode around delegation, I'm going to get super tactical with you and give you a very simple framework, the ISTAR framework, to help you delegate tasks to the right people and have the confidence that they will get delivered to the right standard. So, tactic and the ISTAR framework. It's a simple acronym that you can run through in your mind when you're thinking about delegating a task. Like anything, initially when you start out, this is going to be a conscious process that takes a little bit of time, but very quickly you'll complete this process quickly, almost unconsciously. If you've ever heard about it, this will be the point where you reach unconscious competence. You can do it without really thinking about it much at all. So, to the ISTAR framework. The I stands for interest. If you've got a task to delegate, ask yourself who has got an interest in this task or topic. And think more broadly here. Think outside of narrow job descriptions. Someone who is interested in a task is always going to do a better job than someone who is doing it because they have to and where they have no interest in it. The S in the ISTAR framework is about skill. Here we are thinking about who in our team either has the skill right now to complete this task, or who in our team might benefit from the opportunity to develop this skill. And that leads us nicely to the T in the ISTAR framework, which is about time. How much time is available for this task to be completed? If it is a high impact, time sensitive task, then you are probably going to want to be delegating this to someone who already has the skill. If, on the other hand, it is a task that isn't time critical, then this may be a great opportunity to delegate it with more time, giving you the time to support, coach, guide and mentor them to somebody who hasn't yet fully developed this skill and would benefit from doing so. So far we've done I, who's got the interest in the task. We've looked at the S, who's got this skill or who needs to develop it. We've looked at time, how much time is available in relation to this task and whatever else they might have going on. Which brings us to the A. The A is about authority. If you are asking somebody to complete a task on your behalf, particularly if it involves making decisions, approving something or sign off, and the person you're delegating to doesn't naturally have that level of authority as a result of their job, then you might need to make it clear to them, other stakeholders, your boss, customers, that they have the authority to make decisions and act on your behalf. If you don't communicate that, you will simply find that people keep coming to you for the answers, bypassing the person you've tried to delegate it to, and you'll conclude that delegation doesn't work and go back to just doing it yourself. And this brings us to the R. The R is simply about making sure the person realizes it is their responsibility to execute this task. Ultimately, we as the leaders are accountable, but make it clear that this person is responsible and ensure they accept responsibility for completing the task. If you use that framework, you'll be dramatically more successful when you are delegating tasks. And if you are looking to improve your own delegation skills or those across your organisation, then do visit my website, ben-morton.com, where you can find out more about my leadership training, one-to-one coaching and mentoring, and how I can support you by speaking at your next company conference or event. Hope it's been useful. Look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead. And until next time, lead on.